Hello my loves and welcome to my channel. I am Sienna and what I'm doing today, as you probably see by the title, is I'm doing like a little Q&A to kind of get to know me. So before I say too much about me, let's get right into the questions. These questions have actually come from Mum. I said to her, I'm starting a YouTube channel. I need some questions about me if you didn't actually know me. So let's jump straight into it. So I've got the 10 questions on my phone. So the first one is, knowing what you know now, what advice would you give to your 18-year-old self? This had me thinking. I would say life is not that deep. Back then I had no confidence, had no self-esteem, I had no self-love. So the advice that I would give is you can do anything with your life. Do not limit yourself to what people around you are doing. You are so much more capable of what you limit yourself to. And do not agree to go out with the boys that you do. Nah, I would probably say still date the people that you do because they make you the person you are today. That's actually a very hard one because I probably have a lot that I would say to my 18-year-old self. But the second one is, what is your favourite season in the year? And give me 3 examples why. Now, I am a winter girly. I love the cold and the rain and the cloudy weather. Number 2 would have to be, I hate being like sweaty and hot and all those things. And it's easier to get warm in winter than it is to get cold in summer. And number 3 is, I love styling jumpers, jeans, boots, all the things. I love the style in the winter. So number 3, what was it like growing up with twin brothers? Now, I'm the oldest of 3. I've got 2 twin brothers. It was bittersweet, I guess. Like, obviously, I don't want to say it was bad because I would never take it away now. But I always felt like the odd one out. So that's why it was hard, because I didn't have someone, like I didn't have a sister that I was growing up with as well. And they have just always done things together. And then I felt like I didn't have anyone. But then at the same time, it was so good growing up with siblings. So I would say there's pros and cons. Okay, so number 4, have you always grown up with pets? If so, how many and what's their names? Yes, I have always had a pet ever since I've been alive. I absolutely love animals. Cats and dogs mainly we've had fish in the past as well. But the dogs that we had Kuna in Kalgoorlie. Then we had Maya, I'm pretty sure she was in Kalgoorlie with us, but she also came to Bunbury with us. Then we had Marley as well, which is in Bunbury. Then the cats that we've had is Shay, which I'm pretty sure we had her in Kalgoorlie and in Bunbury. And then Tabitha, we had her pretty sure in Kalgoorlie and we had her in Bunbury. Then we had Archie in Bunbury. We had Maggie in Bunbury. Currently we have got 3 cats and 1 dog, Sasha, Florence and George. And then we've got 1 dog named Lloydie, which is like the love of my life. I absolutely love him. Okay, so number 5. What has been the advantages and disadvantages of having a split family? So my parents split up when I was about 8 years old. I'm pretty sure I was 8. And it has been hard. First it was hard in the beginning, but you kind of get used to it. If you're from a split family, you would know. But the advantages is obviously when we were little, we had 2 Christmases, we had 2 birthdays, we had 2 Easters, like all the events. Another advantage is my dad remarried and my mum found another partner. And now my dad has had 2 other kids, which they are just beautiful. And that is the big advantage of my parents splitting. Obviously it was hard at the beginning and things like that, but obviously I wouldn't take it back now because I've got my beautiful sibling. And also you get double the people to love you. Like, it is amazing, because as much as I didn't want my parents to split up, it's kind of like I wouldn't take it back now, because now mum's got a partner, dad remarried, and I've got other siblings now. So it just expands. It expands the excitement of having like 2 families. So the disadvantages would be, I actually can't think of one. Now that I've kind of moved on from the thing of not wanting my parents to split up, I can't really think. I think it's just kind of the fact, because I live with mum, I don't see dad a lot. So obviously I do go over and see him and things like that. But obviously if my parents were together, I wouldn't have that, like, go to see mum and go and see dad. So number 6, why did you decide to build a business online? Now, I work full-time in my 9 to 5, but I'm also building an online business. Now, why did I decide to start an online business? Because I want more for myself. I want more for my future. I want more for my future family. I want more for my kids when I have them. I'm a single girl right now, but looking into the future and what I didn't have, I want to give to my kids. So originally why I started doing a business is I had no passion. Had no direction. I was unfulfilled in my jobs. I was literally jumping jobs from when I was 17. Could not find my passion. I think I was just sick of living paycheck to paycheck, struggling with money, all the things. I was like, I need a change. And that's like a quick version of why I started a business. So, number 7, if you could spend a day with someone who's passed away, what would you do? Now, this is actually, well, it's not a hard one for me, but it's a hard one to think about because I lost my grandmother in 2020. She was like my second mum. She was my rock. She was my compass. She was literally everything for me. She was always there when I needed to talk to her. She would never judge me. And I lost her in 2020. That was the most difficult time of my life. But if I could spend one day with her, we've currently got a dog named Lloyd, and I've actually got a nephew now. So, and these two, obviously my nephew and this dog came into our lives when my grandmother had already passed away. So I would really want her to be around them. But I would love to talk to her about the person I am now. And because she shaped me into kind of the person that I am now, because she would always give me advice. She would always be giving me like tough love as well. But the fact that she would be able to see how much I've grown from that like shell of a girl to right now. And I've got plans coming up that she would just be so insanely proud of me. But yeah, so I would obviously like to catch up with her. But for her to also meet my nephew and the little dog. Okay, so number 8. If you could go to an artist's concert anywhere in the world, who would it be and where? Initially, I was like, I actually don't know, because I'm not a big music person. I'm kind of like that person that if they like the song, then I like the song. Like, it's not really like the artist, but I love Lady Gaga. I have not seen her in concert. So honestly, I would actually love to see her in concert in Italy. Like, oh my gosh, that would just be insane. So number 9, you're on death row. What would you order for your last meal? Oh my gosh, I actually don't know. I used to be a very plain eater, but now I'm like I like to try everything. It would probably have to be like chicken carbonara, but it would have to be from Mozzarella's in Bali. Oh my gosh, I absolutely love that carbonara. Okay, so number 10, what's your favorite actress and actor that you'd like to see them do a movie or series together? Okay, so this one was actually really hard for me to because I've got so many actresses and actors that are my favorite, but I have just watched The Housemaid. If you have not watched that, it is the best movie I've watched. You have to watch it. But Sydney Sweeney would be my actress. She was so good in that movie. So I would love to see her play in kind of like a romantic, twisted movie with Drew Van Acker. He played Jason De Laurentiis, Emperor of the Liars, and he was mysterious. He was just and he's so hot. So I'd love those two to make a movie. And that is the end of my Q&A. I hope you enjoyed getting to know me a little bit more. I definitely will and want to do Q&As in the future, and maybe I'll have some guests come on too. So if you liked this video, make sure you give it a like and subscribe if you're new here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.